Okay, we're dealing with the essential um, wording here because there's no point reading the Bible if we're not going to break down the words that are in there. So when we're going through Matthew 6:24 in the previous video, that one cannot serve God and mammon, ye cannot. Cannot is a very important word, and so we don't want to get taken down. Oh, because my secular pastor says you can do it because he does it, and he takes a payroll for the church. Um, I'm gonna basically just blindly believe what he's saying, even though the book that he's to be following gives the rules of what is right and what is wrong. So Matthew 6:24, when it uses cannot, we have to look at the word and then even look at the word, what this meaning is, even within the legal system, because the legal system has a definition of what the word cannot is. So when we look at the word cannot, it says, denotes that one is not able to do some act. Okay, so we know that in the world of legal, there's many acts. They're all under statutory law. We call them legislative acts. Therefore, everything under legislative acts are considered to be fiction of law. They come under the category of fiction of law. So it's not surprising that under the birth record that the parents filled out when they were filling in what would appear to be what was required by the Act of Parliament, at least in Canada or in some state in the US, they would have had their registration form system for the parents to fill out the hospital. Those acts that are being done are legal acts, and therefore they come under fiction of law, and fiction is to feign. It means to, blemish something, to make it incorrect in essence, not correct. So when we look at the system that they used, at least in the province of Ontario, in Canada, and in some other provinces, they underlined under the UN administrative position of how to fill in these records, the registrars actually had a cause to underline the surname as something that's in error. So it is not truth, it's an error, and therefore marked as something that's feigned, something that's not correct. It's actually incorrect. So we've got definitely an understanding that you can't frame a child. Child cannot be accused really of a crime. Our system works on an accusatory system. There's a main reason. Because Satan runs this system, and therefore he is the accuser of God's people. Therefore, he'll put an accusation over your head, as he had attempted at the trial of Jesus. He had those vipers, snakes, Pharisees, lawyers at that time, actually put an accusation over Jesus' head, implying that he was going against the Romans' civil system and was going to try to overtake Caesar at that moment, which he was not. His kingdom was spiritual, and he said, my kingdom is not of this world. So you can understand that your God-given name would not be of the world or of the temporal or anything to do with commerce. It would be separate. It would be private. It would be property that has nothing to do with a legal system. So the beginning of the rules that we talked about in Matthew 6:24 appear even at the beginning of a record, because the accusation is, which side will this child serve? Will it serve the legal mammon side, which it would be under the legal surname, which belongs to the legal system and title, or will it basically follow God? The choice was there. Because we have never seen, other than the spiritual men spoken of in the Bible, the apostles, going down this direction, the majority basically have taken a position that they must be legal servitude individuals or legal personas in that system. And that's not accurate at all. God would not tell us in one moment to not do something and the next minute say it's okay to do it. So we have to really look at what's there. So I look very closely at the words in Matthew 6:24, because this is where we're going to enter into the mind of God.